Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on this very planet Earth, ravaged by coronavirus, of course, filled with the uncertainty of 5G technology, not minding the pestilence, the misunderstanding, the difficulties associated with clear-cut communication in this very trying period. I welcome each and every one of you, regardless of where you are domiciled. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. Because unlike any other platform, unlike any other broadcasting medium, out of Africa will remain the one and only Radio Biafra, the only media platform that can boast of listenership across each and every time zone on the face of this very earth. I welcome you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. And as I do so, I would also wish and like you to welcome other people who are close to you. If you're having difficulties accessing this very live presentation, this very evening, because the time now in Biafra land is 11 minutes past 7 p.m. in the evening. Wherever you are, it should be the same number of minutes past each and every hour. Elohim is very graceful towards us. Very gracious indeed. Ever loving, ever caring, preserving those that believe in him. A lot of things are happening. I am not in the very finest of moods because of the destruction, the death, and the mayhem being wrought upon defenseless and hungry families. Back in Biafra land, there was a picture that I saw before I came on air. I was so distressed that I was beside myself with rage. An old woman had her skull cracked open by the vandals and the wild beasts from the north in military and in police uniform. What is happening is sad and it is regrettable, but this gospel we must preach this very evening because we are under a divine mandate to do so. If heaven gives us a message, it is our responsibility and duty to deliver it to the living. That is why we must continue our quest, our relentless pursuit of the restoration of the kingdom of heaven upon the face of the earth, that the will of the Most High Elohim may be fulfilled in the life of his children in this very age and generation. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. And by the very special grace of the Most High, Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra, I welcome you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. Wherever you are on this very earth, if you are on my Facebook page, the very official one, not those created by DSS, you will be able to receive this very gospel this evening, not minding the shenanigans and the quite deplorable behavior of Facebook staff in the zoo called Nigeria. If you are on Radio Biafra page as well, you will listen to us. Some very dedicated, astute, and unwavering Biafrans are streaming this very gospel live on YouTube. We are, of course, on our Orthodox platforms. Radio Biafra is on CHK across Biafra land. We are on satellite. We are on Radio Biafra app. We are on TuneIn. We are also, if I'm not mistaken, on Sweet Radio. It is the responsibility of the thousands, or should I say hundreds of thousands of admin that we have across every social media space to ensure that the full array of the listening opportunities available to people are well advertised, because there are millions listening from all over the world. Sometimes it can be very, very difficult for some smaller platforms to cope. This is the only source of truth. This is the only source of light in a darkened continent, in a hidden zoological republic, and of course, in the occupied territories of the Biafras. Get your pen and your paper ready. You must also bring a dose of common sense with you. Because if you are not reasonable enough, you might not be able to grasp what we are saying, especially when it comes to the unmasking of Jubril al-Sudani masquerading as the dead Muhammadu Buhari. But before we go into any of that, before we bring you the latest advisory on coronavirus and what is happening to 5G technology, we must commit all our proceedings this very evening into the hands of Elohim in heaven. That only him may guide us. I do not worship idol. This IPOB do not worship idol. We only worship the one indivisible God, the same God of Yahweh Yeshua, the same God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, the same God of Eri, the same God upon which the foundation of Biafra was anchored, the same God that never changes, the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. The same God that was before time began. The source of everything that you see around you or that your mind can possibly imagine. This evening we pray. Chineke na nke pụrụ m ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-agwọ ọrịa. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-ekwe ka ihe ya wee chaa n'ime ndụ ndị niile bụ ndị na-arịa ọrịa n'oge awa n'ụwa niile. Ndị niile bụ ndị kpughere onwe ha ma ọ bụ site na amaghị ama, ma ọ bụ site na mgbụgba nke ekwensu n'ime obodo ndị niile dị iche iche, wee were coronavirus weta n'ụmụ ndị mmadụ. Nna m kebere dị ngọzi ndị na-ebutere ọrịa. Onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke igwe, anyị na-arịọ gị ka i wee gwọọ ha, kama anyị na-ekpere ya ekpere wee karịsịchaa, wee na-asị gị biko chebe Biafra, chebe ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra ebe niile ha nọ n'ụwa niile, chebe ndị ezi omume, chebe ndị niile bụ ndị na-agwọ ọrịa, ma ndị dibịa nke oyibo ma nke ndị be anyị nna nke ebere dị ngọzi, bụ ndị na-elekọta niile bụ ndị na-arịa ahụ coronavirus. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị nna nke ebere ka i wee chụghachi ihe azụ n'ime ndụ ụmụ gị niile, ka i wee dobe anyị ndụ n'ala nke ndị dị ndụ, ka i wee chebe IPOB eze ebube dị ngọzi, ka Biafra nke gị onwe gị kwere anyị na nkwa wee bịa ọsịsọ ọsịsọ, atụfughị mgbe ezi Chineke nna nke anyị na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala anya. N'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ma ọ bụghị naanị gị. O nweghị onye ọzọ anyị na-akpụ isi ala anya ewezụga gị. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, onye na-eleta ụmụ ya bụ ndị IPOB n'ụwa niile, biko bịa ka iwe gọzie ndị gị, bịa ka iwe kpuchigide anyị nna nke ebere, bịa ka iwe mee ka ndị ịnyanya niile bụ ndị na-arịa ahụ ọjọọ kwere n'ihi ọrịa gbataranụ, ka ha wee si n'ute ọrịa wee kunie, ka ha wee gbakee, ka i wee gọzie ka ha rabụ ndị na-arịa ọrịa, ka i wee were aka agwọmọrịa gị nna nke ebere wee leta ha, ka i wee gọzie mkpụrụ obi ha, wee bulie mmụọ ha elu, onye nwe m na Chineke nna. N'ihi na amaghị ebe ọrịa nke a si bịa, amaghị maọbụ mmadụ dị ndụ mere ya, maọbụ ekwensu butere, onye nwe m na Chineke nna bi n'igwe, bikonu bịa ka iwe mere ụmụ gị ebere na ọba asụsụ eluigwe ka anyị ji wee na-efe gị wee na-aja gị mma. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị eze ndị eze na-asị gị biko ma ọsọ ọsọ ka iwe bịa zọpụta ndị gị. Bịakwanụ ngwa ngwa ka iwe bịa nyere anyị aka. Lekwa ka ha rabụ ndị na-agba anyị mgbe okpuru. Lekwa ka ha rabụ ndị kụniri si na Biafra agaghị abịa, onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe. Bịa ka iwe etinye ndị dị etu a n'ụzọ ihere. Bịakwa ka iwe etinye ọgba aghara n'elu ọgba aghara n'ime ndụ dị etu a, tụmadị ndị na-achị obodo ekwensụ bụ zuu Naijiria. Bịa ka iwe ghasasị atụmatụ ọjọọ ha niile. Bịa ka iwe chụghachi ha azụ n'ihere nke onwe ha. Nna nke ebere dị ngọzi bụ ka ha rabụ ndị na-achị ụmụ gị ọchị, na-asị lekwe ka ha si wee na-ezuzu, wee na-asị na ndị na-achọ nwere onwe bụ ndị nzuzu. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna, ka iberibe ndị dị etu a wee mụbaa n'ime ndụ ha. Ma lekwa anyị onwe anyị bụ ndị na-achọ iru gị. Lekwa ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra n'ụwa niile, ndị ji gị wee nwee ntụkwasị obi, ndị na-achọta ịhụnanya na ebere n'iru gị, eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị onwe anyị bụ ndị nwe ezi ịhụnanya ebe nzọpụta gị nọ. Obi ya mere mgbe niile anyị na-asị nna nke dị nsọ na anyị ga-ebuli gị elu. Chineke nna nke igwe, anyị ga-ebuli gị elu. Onye kere eluigwe maka elu ụwa, anyị ga-ebuli gị elu. Anyị bụ ụmụ ogbenye wee nọ na nnukwu mkpa, ezi Chineke nna dị ngọzi, biko bịa ọsọ ọsọ Elohim ọbasi bi n'igwe ka iwe zọpụta ndị gị, n'ihi na anyị enweghị onye nzọpụta wezụga gị. Biko na-atụfukwala mgbe, nara otuto, nara nsọpụrụ, nara ịja mma, onye kere eluigwe maka elu ụwa, site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise. That was the language of heaven for those who may not know, for those who do not know and seeking to know. That is the language of heaven. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and direct, and we will dissect the zoo, not minding that there is a pandemic sweeping all across this very planet, giving a lot of people like us concern for the well-being of the children of God in heaven. That only God knows everything. He is ever merciful. And our prayer this evening is that the Lord God in heaven will have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon your children. That is our prayer now and always. You must listen very attentively this evening. It is very, very important. If you are not attentive, if your faculties are not switched on, there is no way you can follow this very gospel. There is no way you can understand it. If you have come with your pen and paper, you are a very good student, and unto those people shall this very knowledge be impacted this evening. We start by laying the foundation of coronavirus that the world may understand. Everything we preach here is the truth. Not minding the very best efforts of the rulers of the damnable zoological republic to try to spin it. Otherwise, the truth remains that on this very platform we do not lie, cannot lie, because we're not allowed to. We are under divine instruction. You must listen this very evening, and listen very, very carefully, because a lot is happening. A lot is happening. A lot is happening. And unless you follow this very carefully, you will become a victim of some of the conspiracy theory being woven all over the place by people who are too lazy to understand what is happening. Coronavirus came from China. Listen very carefully, please. Coronavirus came from China, from the Wuhan laboratory in China. That's where it came from. Some of you may also have heard of a man called Mr. Lieber. I don't know if you have heard about him. He's a scientist. being funded by the US government, the US military, and more critically, Bill Gates. Are you listening very carefully this evening? And I will tell you the reason why I dropped the name of Bill Gates this very evening in our discussion. It is very, very vital, very, very critical that you understand it. Because Bill Gates is one of the people pushing for this very coronavirus vaccination. His own family is not vaccinated. His own children are not vaccinated. You must understand this very carefully. And this very disease came from a laboratory in China. That's how we are going to start. Stage by stage, step by step, so you understand it. And understand that no Biafran in the zoo called Nigeria should travel to Biafran land anytime the Chinese come in to help the crumbling government of Abakari, because they're coming. That is why I said this evening that only those who are very, very intelligent can understand this very gospel that we are preaching. If you're not intelligent, you cannot understand it. Listen very carefully, please. Any day the Chinese come into the zoo to help anybody with coronavirus, you know that men, women, and children will die. And I will tell you the reason why I said so. That was what they did to us with HIV. They did the same thing to us with Ebola. And as I shall point out, I will attempt to point out later, it was only when the rebels in Congo killed the people hiding under UN and poisoning and infecting our people did Ebola stop in Africa. Some of you don't know, but this evening I will tell you. Let me repeat. It was only when that very team in Congo, near Lake Kivu, it was only when they were killed that Ebola stopped. Forget all the nonsense they are telling you on Radio Biafra. After painstaking research and evaluation, what we are giving you are the raw facts, so that nobody, no single human being will be under any illusion as to what awaits Africa. They have come to decimate and destroy Africa completely. They have come to take 10 million lives. That's what they said they are coming for. 10 million people. 10 million will die unless we are vigilant and unless we look out for one another and unless we protect one another. Those who are in Abuja planning to bring in the Chinese people to kill men, women, and children, not minding where you come from this time around, not minding if you're Janjaweed, that one, the terrorist. It doesn't matter if you're from the Middle Belt. It doesn't matter if you're Yoruba. It doesn't matter if you're a Biafran. What concerns us right now is how we can keep as many people as possible safe, both from the zoo, army, and police, and from the Chinese that are coming. And I will tell you why. Every information I give to you are verified and authentic from sources that are so credible that their reputation is unimpeachable. Unimpeachable. Any news you hear on Radio Biafra tonight, go around the whole world. You will come back, you will say that I'm correct, that what I said is true. Coronavirus leaked from a research laboratory in Wuhan. And over 20 million people are dead in China. Let me repeat, over 20 million. Do you know what they're doing to black people in China now? As our brother kindly informed us today, which I knew about 4 days ago, what they are doing in China is that if you're a black person and they see you, they will tell you your running temperature and they will take you, nobody will see you again, you're dead and you're gone. That is what is happening in China. Only China can. Democracies cannot survive this level of pandemic. Only totalitarian communist regimes can do so. That is why China can marshal their citizens, lock down Wuhan, because they knew what they did. Before the West could react, it's too late. It is everywhere. and it is killing a lot of elderly people. That is why I said I don't believe in conspiracy theory. But a lot of things are now beginning to happen to give us concern. To give us concern that even those who are in the pension fund management, all the governments of the West complaining, oh, we are having an aging population. Some of them are laughing and very happy, wringing their hands, saying at least all the old people are dying. You people have no idea what is going on. I hear people say, oh, it's not real. Coronavirus is not real. And I'm saying to them, that is what they would like you to think until it strikes you, until it gets you. Then you'll understand how difficult it is to breathe. We must be very, very careful. In the United Kingdom, this is not people theorizing. In the UK, there is a group called COBRA. It is the Emergency Government Response Team, is the agency, serves under the Prime Minister. They sit in the bunker deep below number 10 Downing Street in the war room. That is where they are. They are called COBRA. Ask anybody who knows what COBRA is. This information is coming from COBRA itself, not from a minister, not from a conspiracy theory somewhere. This is coming from the arm of a joint British intelligence command. Any information they give you since they were formed has been authentic, proven beyond every conceivable doubt. You must listen very carefully. Do you know what they're saying? That they have looked at the pathogen, which is the coronavirus, looked at the way it spreads, and everything about it. They said, and I quote them verbatim, direct, on the balance of scientific advice, this very virus was a leak from a laboratory in the Chinese city. Listen very, very carefully. One member of the COBRA team, if you don't know what COBRA is in the UK, please go and try and find out. They don't mess about. These are not like, it's not like the zoo. We are somebody will be looking for Lai Muhammad and he'll forget that, you know, that is cap that looks like, I don't know, like a Guru Maharaj that is trying to con people out of their money. Nobody knows where anybody is. These are men, their job in life is to keep the United Kingdom safe. This is what they are releasing to those that are in the know. And this very clever publication picked it up. Listen very carefully, please. You know what he said? He said, and I will use their words. They said that while the virus is not in dispute as being zoonotic, zoonotic virus means that it came from an animal into a human being. Understands? When they say that a virus is not like the zoo you have in Nigeria, zoonotic, which is Z-O-O-N-O-T-I-C, zoonotic, which means it originates from animals. Do you understand? They were looking at that first until it emerged, that there is now credible alternative view based on the nature of the virus. Now listen, these are scientists. It's not about in Africa where we run with theory. Oh, it's caused by 5G network. No. What these scientists and intelligence people did in the UK is to study the very virus itself. The COVID-19 variant itself, they studied it. And from the behavior of this very virus, they were able to say that it came from a laboratory in China. And when this whole thing started, there were some people that I spoke to on the phone, and I said to them that if this is a biological attack against the West, that the USA will arrest, they will investigate Mossad, CIA, MI5, they will all investigate and find out the source of this. It didn't come to me as a shock. Was it yesterday that Dr. Lieber was arrested? They arrested him. Do you know that one of the people in that one of the accomplices, or should I say an associate of Dr. Lieber, that was pretending that he's just a chemistry student from China, is actually a lieutenant colonel in the Chinese army? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Do you actually know that this very Dr. Lieber that was arrested by the FBI, this man actually has a commission. He is actually being paid by Wuhan, by Chinese people. Are you aware of that? And surprise, just hazard a guess as to the virus he was working on. He was working on COVID-19. And I saw the interview of what's his name, of Bill Gates with Trevor Noah of South Africa. I saw it. And Trevor Noah asked him, how come you knew that a virus was coming? Not only that, you even know the name of the virus. How come you even know the name of... Is people can make predictions based, of course, on available data and scientific facts. You can predict that maybe a virus is imminent, or maybe that a mega volcano will go up somewhere based on the data you have in front of you. This man actually gave it a name. Bill Gates knew the name of the virus. Go and watch that interview again. It's been watched by millions of people all over the world. He knew the name of the virus before the virus actually came. And our people must be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Because this is from a Chinese newspaper, the People's Daily in China. In 2018 or 2 years ago, it said about the Wuhan laboratory that they are capable of conducting experiments. Listen carefully. They are capable that this is a Chinese newspaper talking about what they are doing in the Wuhan laboratory. What did he say? This paper says, this is Chinese communist paper in China, please, not even in the West. That the Wuhan laboratory, which is the Institute of Virology, is capable of conducting experiments with highly pathogenic microorganisms such as, wait for it, the deadly Ebola virus. Scientists at the Institute were the first to suggest that the virus genome was 96% similar to the one found in bats from Wuhan, from China. From China. And I know why I'm stressing the China connection. It is for those who are planning to bring them into Nigeria to kill people. This is not the time for people to say, we don't like Biafra. If the Chinese come into the zoo, people will die. I am telling you, men, women, you will be burying people. Go and see what is happening in Italy and in Spain. That will be a child's play compared to what will happen. All this while, let me tell you, all this while that people are not dying in Africa as they expect. All they are now doing right now, as I'm talking to you, in the same China, they are tweaking the virus, trying to make it heat resistant. Because once it is 28 degrees outside, the virus dies. They are trying to tweak it to see if they can make it to at least 32 degrees. And then you see what will happen in Africa. You think people are burying... No amount of prayer will save us. None. Unless we take precaution now. And the first precaution is if you are close to... Because the zoo government is dying, which I will prove later on. They are dying. There is no credible governmental structure or administration in Nigeria. What they have done is to go to China, not to come and fight coronavirus, no. What they have gone to do is to bring in China so that China can protect the regime of Abba Kyari from any criticisms from the USA. Exactly what Assad did with Russia. That's what they want to do. Write it down on a piece of paper tonight, because in Nigeria, they don't have a president. They don't have a vice president. The chief of staff, who is the normal president, is gone. He's not there. Even Buratai has coronavirus. He's missing. Are you following what I'm telling you? Are you following what I'm telling you? Are you understanding what is happening to you? The reason why they want to bring China is not because of Corona. They are bringing the Chinese exactly what Assad did when Assad in Syria knew he was under trouble from the USA. You know what Assad did? And from the Arab world, Assad ran to a superpower in Russia and asked them to come and help. The same thing that the zoo has done. They are collapsing. We have exposed them that Jubril is the one with the mask. They know it very well. They are panicking. And do you know what is making their life worse? There is nobody to exercise credible power. Understand this very well. The only other person that can step it, what's his name? Is it Ahmed Lawan, the speaker of the Senate president or whatever rubbish they call him over there. That is how bad it is. Because that thing that you see in Nasoro can never speak. He can never talk in public. The only person that can speak, that has been training for years to develop the larynx, to develop the vocal cords of the late Buhari is Jubril, the one in Cuba. I hope you're following very carefully. The one in Nasoro can never speak. That is why presidents all over the world, they come out, they speak, they talk in front of camera. He can never come out. All they do is Femi Adesina will take his picture and show you. Oh, he's in Nasoro. He's seeing the minister of petroleum, seeing the minister of health. That's what they can do. He can never speak because he is not conditioned to speak. He's not been trained to speak or sound like Buhari. Follow what I'm telling you tonight very carefully because it is going to save your life. It will save your life. It doesn't matter if you're a Biafran or not. It will save your life. This virus came from China and the world is angry and they're investigating it. You know that diplomats, when they're angry, they won't let you know. They are very, very upset. Very, very upset. Even the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is livid, is incandescent with rage. Boris Johnson, let me tell you what the headline says in the UK. They said Boris Johnson's government is furious with China, believing that China is hiding the true number of their fatalities, the true number of those that tested positive to coronavirus. That is what China does. They want to take over the world and they're in a hurry. Because they think that another 4 years of Trump will scupper all their plans. They want to make it immediately. And there's another people. Oh, I wish people can listen and listen very carefully. Please listen. This is what in meteorological terms is called a perfect storm. A perfect storm. There are a lot of big interest, big money interest all over the world converging to obliterate humanity. Understand this very well. Remember the people of climate change? And then I'm talking, since aeroplanes are no longer flying, all the climate change, the climate warming, this was what they also wanted. Do you know how we know this is what they wanted? Look at the tweet made by Obama. Obama made a tweet about 2 days ago where he took a picture of a portion of a motorway. I think that was in Los Angeles, packed with cars. And he was saying to Trump, trying to claim that Trump is not doing enough. He was saying to Trump, it is not good to start reacting when the problem, is already at your doorstep. You should have done something before. Do you know the pictures that he brought? Not of coronavirus, no, but of cars parked on a highway, telling you about carbon emission, telling you about depleting ozone layer and the melting of the ice caps. They will say, okay, we've been telling Trump the same thing they did in the Amazon forest. Do you know that the fire in Australia was started deliberately? Do you know that all the burning of bushes in California is deliberate? That was why Trump stopped giving them money. Do you know that they went to blackmail the Brazilian president? And the Brazilian president said no. All these tree-hugging, so-called nature-loving people, they went to the Amazon and they set it on fire. That's what they did. Some of you don't know this, but I'm giving you the fact that you will not get from anywhere else on this planet, only on Radio Biafra. Go and investigate and they'll tell you it's correct. They will tell you whoever gave that information is a spirit. That's what they will tell you. What I'm giving you are facts. All these interests are there. Those that want old people dead because of pension fund, there's something called pension fund. Those that want to cripple us because if cars are not on the roads and the planes are not flying, then people are no longer burning carbon. Are you following me? There are those in the camp of what's it called? Of Bill Gates that want to kill all of us off. 10 million of us in Africa. Are you following? That is why the conspiracy is so closely woven together. That if you're telling them it's not working, they will tell you no. That is why the CNNs of this world, the BBC, the mouthpiece of Lucifer, they have come. All they tell you is death. Don't do this, death is here, death is there. All in a bid to warn you, to condition your mind as to what is to come. So you won't even have time to investigate them and what they are doing. It is from China. Chinese people, they have said that they were working on Ebola, on very dangerous pathogens. In where? In Wuhan. People said it's an economic war between America, and I said no. The US are not that stupid. They are not like any other country. They are not stupid. They may have done stupid things like the killing of Patrice Lumumba, the killing of Walter Rodney, the poisoning of Kwame Nkrumah, the killing of Bob Marley. I can name you all the people that CIA killed. We have their list. Up to, it was actually Russia that planned the killing of Emperor Haile Selassie for the communists to take over. Some of you, are you sure you even know all these things? It was France that killed Thomas Sankara. I am just trying to let you know. Some of you wake up and you go online and you start writing rubbish. You have no idea as to what history teaches you. Absolutely nothing. It was the British that killed Murtala Mohammed. You don't know that, do you? Do you know why they killed him? The same reason why Biafra lost the war. Because he had the temerity to nationalize BP into AP. That is the AP you see in filling station. You see AP. It used to be called BP. He nationalized Barclays Bank and he made it Union Bank. Do you see that Union Bank that you have? It used to be called Barclays Bank. It used to be Barclays. Look at the color, the leaf, everything is Barclays. You don't know this. Some get 3,000 naira data from Loreto Onochie and they can't be talking rubbish online. It was actually the British that killed Murtala Mohammed. Very clean and neat. That is what they do around the world. And when they do it, they bring their media to cover up their trail. That is why we are suffering. That was why they removed Jonathan. That was why they imposed a complete idiot they know cannot govern. They know that Buhari's record was bad. Everyone knew it. The whole world knew it. But all of a sudden, overnight, they packaged him. Overnight, Bloomberg, AP, Associated, everybody remoted him. BBC. He's now a reformed Democrat. He's a no-nonsense general. But today, he's in a grave in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia. He's in a grave in Saudi Arabia. And you know, they say, what goes around comes around, isn't it? Today, in pursuit of Biafra and IPOB, when I write about Jubilee, fools who have no brain will be saying, oh, you shouldn't write that. You should, because you're dumb. Because of what we are doing right now, Nigeria has no government. Allow me to repeat, there is no president, no vice president, no chief of staff that used to be the president, of course, the de facto president. There is no chief of army staff. They are all down and out. You will see what is going to happen. You see this God that we worship, Elohim. I told you here on this platform on Radio Biafra that God will destroy Nigeria. That's what I told you. Go and check my old broadcast. I said it. God in heaven will destroy the zoo. It has started. And there is no going back. And people are going to die. You watch and see what is it. Not even from Corona, not from your 5G. You will see what is going to happen to all those that rose up against Biafra. You will see what is going to happen to them. There is no single case of coronavirus in Biafra, and I'm sure you're aware of that. They said somebody from Owerri got it and went to Abuja and died. I'm not aware of that corona can kill a young man like that in a few days. Of course, it happens abroad. Maybe he may have an underlying illness. I don't know. But that doesn't mean we should let our guard down. God is protecting us, so should we try to protect ourselves as well. Very, very important. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is said to be furious with China, accusing China, undiplomatically I would say, accusing China to their face of spreading disinformation and lying about the number of coronavirus cases it has. This is the same China that Lai Mohammed, now that there is no more Abakari, there is no Sibanjo. Now it is Lai Mohammed and that woman, I don't know what her name is. These are the idiots now in charge of Asorok, going to bring China in. And that will mean the death of those of you who will be there. You must be warned. Don't say, I did not warn you. Do not say, I did not warn you. When they started this, their scam, they said that an Italian man came to Nigeria. We don't know his name. We don't have his picture. They started stealing money because they look for every avenue to steal money in this. That is something that we preach that their so-called Nigerians don't understand it. Anything that we tell you is correct. They used it as a ploy to steal money. The same way they're stealing money with Boko Haram. The ordinary Chad has done something to Boko Haram in Chad. Ordinary Chad. That Nigeria cannot do. In the Nigerian army cannot do in Sambisa Forest or in Borno. But they are busy coming down to Delta. They are in Warri killing people. And I'm asking 200 million people. Does it mean that your brains are not functioning? Why can't somebody get up one day and write in Vanguard, in Sun newspaper, in Guardian, in Punch, or in Nation newspaper, and ask them, or even in Daily Post, and ask them, please, this Nigerian army in Warri, why can't you go to Sambisa Forest? Nobody can actually say to them, can't you see what ordinary Chad, you claim you're the giant of Africa, you are the big man of Africa, ordinary Chad, as tiny as they are, they were able to flush out Boko Haram. But you have not done anything. Instead, you're killing old women, killing children in Delta. People just keep quiet, as if I don't know I don't know what they did to them. Is it the suya that you eat? Is there something that Aboki puts in the suya? I'll imagine. Is that something that you eat? Is it the onions? Is it the watermelon? What is it that you eat from these people that can? You no longer ask simple questions. Simple. I said simple questions you cannot ask. Simple questions you can't ask. That is why everybody's dying. That is why they steal money in front of your eyes and tell you they're fighting corruption and you believe them because you're dumb. Somebody wrote to me today and said, oh, please stop insulting us. Maybe we'll listen. And maybe I said, okay, I will stop. But if you stop your stupidity, I will stop. If you stop your stupidity, I will stop. I can't come out and I'm insulting you. Have you heard me before insult the Japanese? Do I insult them? Have you ever heard me before insult the Swedish, the Norwegians, or even UK people, if not for the role that they played in Biafra? Have you heard me before insult Canadians or Americans? Of course not. They know what they want and they get it. Everybody's working towards that very goal. Somebody will come and tell you, oh, we are paying 20,000 to every family, and you believe it. And the 20,000 they're paying is in, they claim they're paying is in the north. Somebody from the south, a millionaire or a billionaire from the south, will bring out money and give to government. Government can spend it in the north. And you're telling me that both the giver and the receiver, they're not stupid. But we'll get to that later. I am telling you, there is a kit donated by, they say, from a Chinese billionaire. I said this during my last broadcast. Let me repeat. If you take their mask, if you take their testing kit, you are going down. You will die. Some of you may survive due to very strong immunity. That is your maybe why they're bringing in 5G. It's not that 5G on its own can kill anybody, but what it does is it weakens due to particle radiation. It can weaken the immune system. It's something that you go through when you go through chemotherapy. It can weaken the system so that the body, that the antibodies that you naturally produce can no longer identify and attack viruses. That's all. Not that it will kill you directly, no. It will open the way for the virus to get at you, because here we preach the truth. The fact of the matter is that, and we won't get to 5G, we'll discuss that. We will discuss that. Anything that they bring to you from China, you must reject it. We know how to make face masks. We know how to do everything, and we have gone very far. We will shock them. Let the virus come. We will shock them. The people won't believe that IPOB has gone this far. They'll be shocked. And we want it to come. And then they will see those who are blessed and those who are not blessed. And we don't want anybody to die, of course. I'm not praying for anybody to die, apart from those that killed Biafrans. They will die. All those, even the fake Buhari that stood up and declared Operation Python Dance is gone. Don't you know that? Because it's not the one as the little boy that you're seeing now that ran to Cuba, or the one they put in Asarok that they will be videoing for you because you're fools. None of you can demand for your president. We voted for you. Come out and address us. No. Are you in a democracy? Oh, if he comes out to speak, well, what is he going to do? It is called leadership and coordination, holding somebody to account in a democracy, for goodness sake. If you know you cannot practice democracy, why are you disturbing people with your PVC? Go and get your PVC. It's your right. You must do this, must do that. If you cannot call somebody that claims he or she is the president of your country to hold them to account, why are you... Ask questions. Why are you bringing the Chinese? What for? What job are they coming to do for us here that we cannot do ourselves? Why are you bringing them in? What are you doing with the money that you collected for Asoro Clinic? What are you doing with all this money you have collected and claim that you're feeding people, that hunger is killing people everywhere? What have you done with all of that? No questions, no answers, no accountability. There is no transparency. Absolutely nothing is to come online and be talking rubbish every blessed day. And you're telling me I shouldn't insult you? I insult you not because I love insulting you, but because you don't understand nor appreciate common sense when you hear it or when you see it. You don't. You just don't. That is why white people can sit down in Europe and decide to come to Africa to test vaccines on you. Have you ever asked yourself that question? Why would France actually wake up one morning and say, oh, why don't we go to Africa and test this vaccine on those idiots who are there? And even in the man's statement, the man confessed that they were testing HIV on prostitutes in Africa. That's what he said. Which means that they also brought HIV and gave it to our people. They brought HIV and gave it to our people. And you're there, oh, it's sexually transmitted. Is this, let's pray for HIV. You don't know that people are somewhere planning your mass extermination. And what do you do as a government? You're helping them by sending your soldiers to go and kill those who are coming out and crying and saying that they're hungry. And you're telling me you're normal. I shouldn't insult you. Oh, please, give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break, for goodness sake. People don't understand the mess they're in. But thankfully, you now have Radio Biafra and you have us to be able to tell you what is happening. Let me tell you one thing. What is going? These people are terrible. I want to read the newspaper headline for you. COVID-19 could kill millions in Africa without immediate action, UN chief. What is that immediate action? Vaccine, face mask from China, testing kit from China, which is death. Absolute death for everybody. A whole UN. Millions will die in Africa. It is a continent that's only 23 deaths recorded so far. Only 23. They said millions will die. Let me read this for you so you understand. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres says he fears not just millions, so he said millions and millions of coronavirus cases in Africa where the youth will not be spared. Coronavirus is sparing youth so in USO and in Europe. But UN is telling you that when it comes into UN is telling you when it comes into Africa, even our youth will no longer be safe. Are you listening? Youths, this very strain of coronavirus doesn't attack young people as such. It kills the elderly mostly. But for the version they are creating for Africa, that special version, that African version that they're creating, the UN Secretary General is saying that millions, he didn't say millions, he said millions and millions will be killed. Not only that, it will also kill their young ones as well. But the same young ones are not dying in Canada, not in the USA, not in Mexico, not in Europe, not in Asia. But in Africa, even their youth will die. That is the plan they have for you. That is the very big plan they have for you. You can see that I have nothing against their 5G, absolutely nothing. But I'm asking them, this amount of speed and dedication you're using to dig up for cable, why didn't you use the same speed and dedication for ordinary drinking water? Why didn't you use the same speed and dedication for NEPA cable, light, for electricity under the ground? And that got me thinking. When I saw the video, I was thinking, I'm saying, oh, how come? Everywhere they're digging. I'm saying, oh, you people, you have the money and the investment to be digging up road, but you cannot dig up the same road for ordinary drinking water. But you are here digging up road for cable, for 5G. Well, we shall see. United Nations is also warning you that you're not safe, that you're finished, that is coming to Africa if care is not taken. Not if care, if you don't do something on time. What is that thing? Go and bring in materials from China. Bring in materials from China. So once you now test, you become positive. And that's the end of you. The same thing they did to South African women. The same thing they did, and they killed off. Let me tell you, these people, you don't know them. Do you know that Nelson Mandela doesn't have any male surviving hair to his name? Are you aware of that? I will say his fortune, because he has no fortune, like us. That's not, we're not doing anything with money. Do you know that there is no male child from Nelson Mandela? The same thing they have tried to do with the John JFK family in the US. Try to wipe them off the face of the earth. That is what they do. The same people, the same agenda, the same coloration. That is how they behave. They come for you and there is nowhere to run to. You run to BBC, they'll tell the reporter is no longer there. You go to CNN, they tell you, oh no, we no longer cover African stories. Once the story is finished, do you see them everywhere? Oh, imagine Africa. Imagine. To go and investigate. I think that one of the worst things, people don't know the reason why I broadcast on audio and not on visual. Because the world got into a mess since television, 24-hour news came on television. It's like a takeaway kind of show. There's no depth to it. It's all showmanship and razzmatazz. But anytime, that is why those who, I'm not asking people to be blind, that is why those who are blind, once you're blind, your hearing senses, they're so finely tuned. You hear better. I'm not saying it's a good thing to be blind, of course, God forbid. No, I'm not saying that. I'm trying to say that all the time that you're watching all these razzmatazz on television, has the world ever moved forward in terms of collective consciousness? Are impunity upon impunity not happening all over the world? What has 24-hour news done for anybody? The answer is nothing. They took the world backwards. But check out when news were being received only via radio. You will sit down. As you're listening, you're analyzing, you're thinking. But that time you will use for mental analysis, you're looking at moving pictures. You can no longer reason properly. That's what is happening around the world. And people fail to understand this. They fail to understand it. That is what is happening to us. And we must rise up before it is too late. They are going to kill millions in Africa. That's what they said, not me. That's from UN. UN said they're going to kill millions. And you want to allow the Chinese to come in. Some of you, you're in Nigeria. And a government without a president, a vice president, nobody at all is there saying they're going to bring in Chinese. All of you are just quiet. Oh, Chinese are going to come. Oh, they're coming. So even some papers, no editorial got up to criticize it. Very, very saddening. That is why we scream and shout every day. That's all. They're lamenting. Why won't we lament? If you're in a mess, won't you lament? We are lamenting because we are in a mess. In a mess. There is somebody called Rowan Dean, a reporter, a very sound one. She said China willfully inflicted the coronavirus upon the whole world. That it is the worst form of communism. The worst form. They inflicted this thing on the whole world to kill everybody and to dominate, and that is the truth. They cannot hide from it. That is why they're hiding the data. That is why they're doing all they can. That is why they're doing all they can to make sure that we are obliterated from the face of the earth. They want to dominate. There are too many, there are too much. 1.4 of 1.5 billion. I don't know. They want to take over everything. That is why you will see them. They will use plastic. They will use ordinary plastic and turn it into rice and sell to people. Rice, plastic. You eat and you die. I'm not saying that the whole of Chinese people are bad. That's what I'm saying. Maybe good things come from there as well, but the evil ones are taking over. Africans are like prostitutes. French doctors want to experiment COVID-19 on Africa. French doctors, they want to come. All the safer they have been stealing is not enough. The safer is not enough. They want to come and they want to test this very vaccine on our people. What would they do? They will come, they will go to nightclub. They will meet any girl in the nightclub and say, oh, come, let's go to Sheraton. or let's go to whoever. And they'll go there. In the night, as you're sleeping or as you're drinking, they give you something to take or to drink. And that's the end of you. No wonder in the whole of East Africa, there's UN everywhere. And I keep asking, well, wait, what are you doing here? You've been here for the past 20 years. Have you alleviated poverty? The answer is no. But you're still here. It is time for our people to reason and to think properly because things are happening. Two popular, highly respected doctors were in France. This is the same France that Marcel Desailly played for. The same France that Zidane played for. Zidane is an African, in case you don't know. The same people that Lilian Thuram played for. The same place that Patrick Vieira played for. All these African men won World Cup for France. Not once, but twice. Pogba, not the rest of them. Won World Cup for France. Black people, black Africans on 2 occasions. But the only time they remember Africa is let's go there and test vaccine on them. And you're telling me that we, as a race, as a people, we shouldn't sit down and think to ourselves, what is it that we are doing wrong? Why can't we do something differently? Why should we allow people who are bereft of ideas to be at the helm of government? Why should we allow people we know they make a fool of themselves every blessed day? Yet we allow them to be ruling over us. Why? Why can't maybe the time has come for revolution? Keep locking people in, and then you see what will happen to you. Maybe hunger will now drive us to give us that common sense, to rise up and say enough is enough. That is what IPOB stands for. Enough is enough. Everybody must grow together. Look at Singapore, did it? Malaysia did it. Everywhere in the world, if you want to succeed, you will succeed. Every part of the world is growing apart from Africa. Ask yourself as an African, why is Africa not developing? Then you will find out there's something wrong with you. In a continent where somebody can stand up and hit the head of a 86-year-old woman because she's looking for food to eat. You asked her to sit in the house. She came outside. You cracked her skull. 86 years old. And you're telling me that is a country? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 2 doctors, they were discussing on the TV. The doctor said, if I can be proactive, shouldn't we do this study in Africa where there are no masks, no treatment, no intensive care? Now they're telling you as Africans you have no hospitals. But somebody come up and say, hey, say Baba, say Boo-Boo, say whoever. Do you see how I say, sometimes the whites, they look at you as an African, they merely tolerate you. The thing they prefer to do is to respect people. They will prefer to respect you than to love you. Respect is better. Love is rubbish. Respect is better. Because respect is earned. The French doctor is saying on now tell me how they regard ordinary black Africans walking the street in France. After hearing this from their doctors, tell me, so now when you go to hospital in France, they will say to you, okay, you're a nigger, you're here, you want to enjoy hospital, but in Africa there are no hospitals there. And somebody will come out and say, oh, I am black, I'm very proud. You must understand what is happening. And also understand that Facebook is, that's it again, of course, as I knew they would. That's it again. That's it again. They're busy removing people. That's what they do. That is the only thing that Facebook is good at, removing people. They are part of the conspiracy. Facebook is also part of the conspiracy. When you're speaking the truth, they don't want to hear it. That was why I wrote what I wrote. They said in Africa they don't have any hospitals, they don't have any. Of course, some of us don't have any shame, but I have shame. When they say the things about Africans, I feel very, very bad. Personally, let us go there and do studies on them. You know what the man said? A bit like we did in some studies on AIDS. They are now accepting they came to Africa to infect people. So some of the people that we stigmatized in Africa, stigmatized them for no reason. They got HIV, not from having unprotected sex, no. They got HIV because some group of people, white people, came to Africa and their mission using UN, UNICEF, was to infect, using vaccine to infect people. They have admitted it openly. In public, they have now admitted it, that they came to infect people in Africa. It is here. Very open danger. Will anybody complain? The answer is no. Nobody's going to complain. Say, Baba, it's APC. It's the thought of our village in 1999. All rubbish. And you keep wondering, Sometimes I say to myself, are these not university graduates? Are you sure I actually went to university? Some of these people writing all this nonsense. Somebody with a hole, I'll get to the hole in the neck later. Someone with a hole in the neck, a hole in the neck. You can see with your 2 eyes, a hole in the neck. We're asking you, who is this man? Oh, leave it. You're doing propaganda. When are you going to stop? Please give us Biafra now. Stop saying this. I'm asking you a simple question. What is that hole on the man's neck? What is the hole doing on his neck? You cannot answer. That is the type of people, that is the type of country that human beings say they're proud of. Very, very. The French said, we can go there. I'm actually thinking of a parallel study in Africa to use some kind of approach with BCG placebos. We go there and we infect them in Africa and see how it goes. And somebody say, I'm proud. Let's make Africa one. We are one. Africa is trying. Don't run down Africa. When people come at will to use you as guinea pigs, you should be ashamed, thoroughly ashamed of yourselves. But some of you don't have any shame, but I do. I do have some shame. Some of you do not have any shame at all whatsoever. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and very, very direct. Live and direct. They said they are sharing money for coronavirus. They voted money in. And Innocent, Andy Oba, all of them, they gave money to Fulani Janjaweed to fight corona so their name will appear on the newspaper. And do you know where they're sharing the money? They're sharing it in the north. Ugawasa. That's where they're sharing the money. Distributing the money, sharing it. They control oil. Everything is in there. Everything they have control over. Even ordinary food. No, they don't. And some of you are aware of what is happening in Enugu, or what happened in Enugu. We are customs. Do you know that the Fulanis, they sent their custom officers to come down to the south and be selling rice at 7,000 naira per bag to their people in the south? Some of you, after seeing all these things, you rise up in the morning and you say, oh, I believe in one Nigeria. We are all one Nigeria. After seeing all of after you see them happen every blessed day, and you say you believe in one Nigeria. And somebody saying, one day we'll wake up and we see a hole in his heart, and they'll say, oh no, it's nothing. It's a borrow pit where he's where we throw away rubbish in Asorok. Maybe that's what I was hoping they would say anyway. That's what they would say. Another group are saying China wants to use coronavirus to take over the world. These are from reputable publications all over the West, because the investigation is on. And Dr. Lieber was arrested because he is working with China. He is working with China and he will go to jail for 67 years. That's what they said. 67 years he's going to face in jail, if convicted, of course. If convicted. If convicted. Those of you saying China is coming, are you listening to me? Even United Kingdom, even the UK was not spared. China wanted to contaminate the UK as well. Are you aware of that? China wanted to contaminate the UK. They sent them COVID-19 testing kits. Are you aware? This is from the Evening Standard, one of the most reputable papers you have. Do you know what happened? I'll read it for you so you can understand it very, very well. The government, listen very well, testing kits which were headed to the UK have been found to be contaminated with coronavirus. If China cannot spare UK, that is the first world country. If China cannot spare the UK that colonized them, how about we monkeys in Africa? I'm asking you, if they cannot spare the China, they're not afraid of anybody. If they have the mind to want to contaminate and kill off the whole of the UK, how about you in Africa? Who's going to protect you? At least in the UK, their government can get up and talk. Their journalists can write. In Africa, who's going to talk? In Africa, which journalist is going to write? I'm asking you. Nobody. I'll read. The government, this is the UK government. The government has said that it aims to boost the rate of tests to 25,000 people every day by the end of April at the latest, and has asked private companies to help drive up the production. But one production firm, a Luxembourg-based manufacturer, Eurofins, told UK laboratories in the UK on Monday that deliveries will be delayed as core parts has been contaminated with coronavirus. Parts of the items sent from China to the UK, to London, we are contaminated. Now, the same people, Hey, the same people are sending kits to you to use, vaccines for you to use in Africa, in Nigeria. Oh, please, God, can you have mercy upon these people? Give them common sense, the ability to reason. God in heaven, give them common sense. Give them common sense. I know their schools don't function very well. I know the education system has collapsed. I know that people don't drink pipe-bomb water. I know they drink pure water from boreholes, which are, of course, contaminated most times. Oh, Heavenly Father, I know they don't. There is no good life. That is what we are fighting for and seeking to change. How can human beings? There is a saying in Igbo language, or should I say an adage. Also, when a road is good, you take it twice. If it's not good, it's only once. Since that road to China has been seen to or determined to be contaminated, given what is happening all over the world with their contaminated test kits and everything, why would you allow such to be brought into your abode, into your domain in the first place? That's what I keep saying, that Fulani and governance is not, they are not good bedfellows. Fulani can never make good, modern, democratic, a Fulani man cannot be a modern democratic leader. It's not possible. It is not possible. Why would you say, is it not the job of government to sit down and ask all over the world what is happening? And then apply what is called best practice. Best practice to help your people. Is it not best practice? Why would you see that even UK that created you, that colonized you, China is sending contaminated coronavirus kits to them? How about you? Do you see why we lament? Do you see why we complain? I'm not calling Nigeria a zoo because I hate anybody. God in heaven is my witness. It is the stupidity we exhibit that I'm very, very angry with. I don't know why we cannot reason properly like human beings. I don't know what is wrong with us. I don't understand what is wrong with us as a people. What is wrong with us that we cannot reason very well? We don't need Chinese kids. We don't need China. In fact, no flight from China should come into the zoo. No flight should come in. No flight should come in. We don't need it. We don't need their flight. That is something you must understand. They are not needed. Not at this time. Until the whole virus pandemic thing that the same China cost is over. And they're hiding the figures. They hide it from you. And you will see CNN, after saying the fact that you can never hear CNN say, oh, we are now getting a report that China, we are hiding figures. Never. That's why Trump called them fake news. That is why President Trump always calls CNN fake news. You can never, it's always, oh, why have you overtaken China in terms of death and infections? Because China are busy suppressing their figures. Don't you understand that? CNN won't, because they are part of what I call the Luciferian Alliance. But they will all die in the process. The people, when Dr. Lieber was culturing this very pathogen in Corona, did he know that people were going to die in the US? When they were planning to kill people, the Chinese know that the whole thing will leak from their lab and the people will die. Look at what is happening now. I can't see how Bahon. That's what we say, where we come from. And they are suffering. They say our app is down. I don't know what is happening. I want it looked into. Our app is down. We have been disconnected, of course. We have been disconnected. We are going to try once again. They said our app is down. Uche, our deputy, I need confirmation. Please. I do not know what is happening. They said our app is down. I need confirmation. I do need confirmation, please. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. They said the FM has also stopped, half here. I am reading the comments. They said the FM is down. It's back on again. You don't expect the zoo to be quiet. The zoo will do something. You don't expect them to be quiet. We are up and we are running once again. And our systems should be back once again running now. Very, very important, please. Very, very important. Our systems should be back on now. It is now working once again. I read some of the live feed that comes through. It's on my screen. I can see it. When something goes wrong, I am alerted. And now we are back once again. And the entire humanity is, of course, listening to Radio Biafra live transmission, listening to us. The whole world is listening because we are Biafrans. Anything we say we are going to do is what we do. Don't allow the zoo to stampede you into taking an action that you're not quite prepared for. We know what we are doing. We know what we are doing. And also, I'm sure that Facebook knows what it's doing by removing people who are listening to us. They are also part. I don't know what is wrong with them. I never thought that white people would behave like this. Before, when white people are so rich, they take to philanthropy, they give money to charity, they do very good things. You have the very exceptionally wealthy Barclay brothers in the UK that don't make noise. You have people all over the world who are very wealthy that don't make noise. I don't know why all these new money people, I call them, like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg, I don't know what gave them the right to think they can rule the whole world. They can kill whoever they like. They can support whatever rogue regime that they like and they get away with it. I don't know why they think so. Facebook is yours. You can do whatever you like with it. But we are here and we are continuing. And our work will never stop until Biafra is restored. Let me tell you about something that happened. How Ebola was stopped. Maybe they cut us off when I was talking about Ebola and how they have been killing prominent African people. Some of you listen to Bob Marley, I'm sure. I mean, some people in our generation. Bob Marley sang a song, how long shall they kill our prophet while we stand aside and look? Some of you think it's just a song and you just listen and you move on. No, it is not just a song. It is there to give you some lesson in philosophy, to think very, very deeply. That's what has been happening. Had they succeeded in assassinating me on the 2 occasions that they tried, that would also be part of the statistic as well, isn't it? But that's how it is. That is how it is in Africa. And we are winning. We are defeating our enemies. Ebola, health workers killed and injured by rebels in Congo. Go and read it. It is there. Go and read it up if you like. Research it and read it up if you like. This very thing happened, let me see, let me read it for you anyway. 4 health workers, this is according to the Western media. 4 health workers fighting Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo have been killed and 5 injured in an attack by militia, the World Health Organization has said. The attacks occurred early on Thursday morning in the restive east of the vast Central African country. United Nations said something about being heartbroken, but I will continue. The outbreak of the virus has killed 2,198 people in the North and South Kivu and the 2 provinces in 2018. When the villagers could not take it anymore, the villagers signaled to the rebels. The rebels came and they killed those claiming they have come to vaccinate. And you know what happened? Ebola stopped. Ebola just stopped. It was this same information that I give to the whole world. That is why they plan to try to shut down our broadcast just a short while ago. But we are up and running again. Up and running. How many of you know this? The only reason why you don't hear Ebola again was because the people that came claiming they're vaccinating was actually poisoning the people. The day they were killed, Ebola died. Ebola stopped. And you want to go to China to go and bring people to come and vaccinate you. Some people are not well, honestly speaking. When I say they get upset, I don't want to insult anybody. If you behave very well, I'll stop insulting you. But if you continue to behave like a baboon in a zoo, of course I will insult you. Just reason. Use some reasoning capacity in your brain to understand what is happening around you. That is your responsibility. That is your responsibility. And on top of, despite what is happening, do you know that Sweden have actually withdrawn their 5G network? Sweden, they have put it on hold. But in Nigeria, they are going ahead with it. They cannot feed the people. They don't have pipe. In the same way that you lay the pipe for 5G network is how you lay pipe for water, ordinary water, and sewage. That's how you lay it. How come all these years, for 60 years, you have not laid pipe-borne water anywhere? Is this 5G that everybody's rushing? And why are they doing it when there is coronavirus all over the world? Have you asked them that question? Why now? I thought they said lockdown. Everybody should be inside the house. Why are they doing it now? I have nothing against 5G, but they must not do it in Biafra land. Not for now, until all the science and all the facts are there, laid out on the table, so we can determine if it is good for us or not. No 5G, and I'm warning MTN. If you go there, you put in your 5G, anything that you see, you will take. There is no 5G. I'm telling you, before God and man, no 5G in Biafra. If you like, go and waste your money. Then you know we are IPOB. Of course, they know us very well, don't they? It's not everything that we say in public. They know us very, very well. Go and put in your 5G in Iguacha and in Calabar. You will see what will happen to it. We don't need your... Do we even have ordinary 2G? People that use 5G, I don't know people that have light. I don't know the people that have good roads. You're coming to install 5G. We've been begging for second Niger bridge. No. We beg for good roads. No. Repair the schools. No. But you have money for 5G. Saying, oh, it's new technology. You know what they said? They said 5G, that you have driverless cars. And I'm saying, yeah, I can understand that in the West. But is it also in Africa? Who's going? There are no roads. There are people selling oranges by the street corner. Driverless cars to kill everybody. This is what people don't understand. They don't ask questions. How come all of a sudden you're digging up everywhere in Lagos? You're digging up everywhere in Iguacha and in Calabar for 5G. We are launching 5G. How come all these years you could not dig the same tunnel to give us water? Somebody say, hey, it's a private company. They are doing their business. Okay. Imagine all the money that you waste drinking pure water. How much do you spend on pure water every month? If you had a very clean sewage company, or should I say a clean company pumping clean water to you, you'll be paying less than 1/3 of what you spend on pure water. And you get clean, fresh water. And that company will also make money. Why are they not investing in water? Why are they not investing in good roads? Why are they not investing in schools? Why are they allowing MTN and who is even giving MTN the money to come and be doing all this that they're doing? Because they want to fry your immune system, and then after that, corona can then seep into your cells very well. Is it in dispute that 5G technology emits so much radiation that people actually get sick? Is that in doubt? Is that in doubt? Are people doubting that? I'm not saying it's not a good thing. Of course, it's very good. But apart from coming online on Facebook and say, say, Baba, what else can you do with 5G? I'm asking, okay, I'm asking an average Alamajiri in the north. What has 5G, what a Fulani terrorist, a Fulani bandit, a cattle header, Miet Yala, tell me what Miet Yala needs 5G for. Just explain to me. Yeah, we need it for. I saw the one Alamajiri Janjaweed talking. Oh, we need for economy, and I said, what economy? Economy of tomatoes and onions. Do you manufacture anything? Do you manufacture anything? Is it the economy of tomatoes and onions that you need 5G for? 5G for what? To be gossiping and going on Facebook and Instagram and posting pictures? Is it what you need 5G for? Can't 4G do that? When Africa is at maybe South Africa, yes. When Africa is advanced for 5G, it can get 5G. All the years you've had your 1G, your 2G, your 3G, your 4G, what have you done with it? Nothing. Only to be gossiping. Vote for Baba, get your PVC. If you don't get your PVC, but people are being molested every blessed day. You say nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. Nigeria becomes first in West Africa. The same Nigeria that Bill Gates want to kill off. The same Nigeria that says overpopulated, that they want to reduce the number, they want to take 10 million from Nigeria. The same Nigeria becomes first in West Africa to trial 5G technology powered by MTN. Bring it to Biafra land now. Mad people. Bring it. I'm not talking too much. Go and lay the pipe now. Go to Biafra and go to Iguacha, Port Harcourt, you call it. Go and lay your pipe. You see what will happen to you. We don't need it. We need second Niger bridge. We need our schools built. We need roads. Not all this stupid technology for gossiping online. That's how they hold us hostage. Twist our brain. Tinubu and El Rufai for 2023. Is that what you need it for? What else are you going to need 5G for? Seriously speaking, I am asking them, what do you need 5G for in Nigeria? What for? Mad people. You want to come and irradiate people. Look at Iguacha is already living under a perpetual cloud of smoke and smog every blessed day. People are dying over there, and you want to go and lay a pipe on the ground. Oh, ordinary Ogoni, you've not cleaned up. Is it when we start falling sick from 5G that you're going to save us? Ogoni, have you cleaned Ogoni land? The answer is no. Is it when we start to fall sick from radiation that you're going to save us? Are you going to come to our rescue? Will you come to rescue us? Sweden said no to 5G for now. And I'm with them. No 5G for now. They say they're threatening Dino Malaya and all the rest of it. All the threat is rubbish to us. If you say you are very strong, you lay the cable now. Let me see if you use zoo. Anyway, if they lay the cable and they bring the Janjaweed army, killing people in Warri to go and guard it, at least that thing will fry all of them to start with. After a while, they will develop leukemia and they will die off. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. It becomes the first country in Africa. It's news to try out 5G. And even the people advertising the 5G, I'm looking at them. Do they actually know what 5G means? Do you know why the world is bringing in 5G technology? Are you aware of the implication? Do you know what it's there for? Oh, because others are doing 5G. Let's also do 5G in a place where there is no electricity. No water, ordinary water. Food to eat you don't have. You want 5G. Here we tell it, you may not like it, but it's the truth. If you like, you take it. If you like, you don't. It is the truth and we must preach it. We must preach it. Okay. The people asking for 5G, are you not the same people that World Bank said they won't give money to? We told you we'll cripple the zoo. We'll cripple the zoo. The zoo will fall. We'll cripple it. Not because we hate the people in it, no. Because the edifice is rotten to the core. There are no men in Nigeria. No men. Men of honor. Nah, you don't have them. It's all glorified gossipers. Ask them a simple question. What is that hole doing? If you say that a man talking from Cuba is Buhari, has he now got a hole in the neck? Is that where he eats from or breathes from? They can't answer. Everybody say, hey, say Baba. Say Baba, he now has 2 eyebrows, yes? Yes, no, 4. 2 on the right and 2 on the left. They say, yeah, say Baba. It's our turn till 2023. Should I say the turn of the Sudanese till 2023? Mad people everywhere. I like what the World Bank is doing. World Bank Board of Directors has approved 1.9 billion first set of emergency support operations for developing countries around the world using a dedicated fast-track facility for COVID-19 response. I'm very happy. However, listen carefully. The global financial powerhouse excluded Nigeria from the list of 25 countries to benefit from the support. All of them, I'm a Nigerian. We Nigerians, this is our country. Even ordinary World Bank, they know that your country is rotten to the core. They know you have nothing to offer. They know you people are useless. That is why even ordinary fund that they themselves contribute to, they say they won't give it to them. Because they know that Buhari is not there. They know Shibajo is no longer there. They also know that the one they are working with, at least Angela Merkel is working with, who is Abba Kyari, is not there either. That even Buratai, he loves his microphone. We are deploying our troops now. We are going to maintain order everywhere. Have you seen him? How many days are now? Have you seen him? Have you seen him? They said our app is also down again. What is happening? Our app cannot be down. We are okay. Our app is not down and cannot be down. I don't know why people are saying our app is down. Please go somewhere else and try. Go to TuneIn. I'm sure that TuneIn is on. And people are streaming this also on YouTube. Our app cannot be down. Check your data. It may be the zoo that is cutting it. It is not the app itself. Our app is fine. From what I'm seeing here, all our monitors here are telling me that we are okay. And that is why the whole world is listening to us. We are fine this very evening. It was down a while ago, but it is now back up again. Nigeria excluded from World Bank loan. Do you know why you were excluded? Because you are corrupt, you are inept. You are oozing. Nigeria is like a rotten meat by the roadside. An animal knocked down by a vehicle, left to rot. And now the world knows. And courtesy of IPOB, the world now knows that Buhari is no more. Courtesy of IPOB, the world knows that Jubilee is wearing a Buhari face mask to be deceiving people. And very soon, the consequences will be revealed for all to see. And now, having said that, I want the whole of IPOB all over the world, and given what Facebook is doing, IPOB all over the world must be on Twitter. I am asking every coordinator from, I won't say coordinator, I will say from the highest leadership levels within IPOB, which is the DOS, to the last person, everybody must be on Twitter. We are going to shock the zoo. Everybody must be on Twitter. And then I'll tell you what we're going to do. And you will see what will happen in Abuja. Everybody must be on Twitter. As long as they have not come out to apologize to the world, this is their deception. Everybody must be on Twitter. They want to be disgraced, we will disgrace them. Comprehensively, we shall disgrace them. Since they want to be disgraced, we shall disgrace them. For the world to know. No World Bank loan, but your opening pipe. Your opening pipe on the ground to put 5G. There's some ground you cannot open to put ordinary pipe on water. So if they open tap, they can drink. You cannot do it. It's to lay cable. So we can go on Facebook, on Instagram, and the TikTok, and the Snapchat. When others are using all these things to go to the moon, to go to the Van Allen belt in outer space, I'm doing weird and wonderful stuff. And do you also know why they need it? It has now come to me. Bill Gates invested over $1 billion in a project of cameras in outer space that will be videoing the earth and taking the picture of everybody who is walking out on the street every blessed day of their life. Are you aware of that? And the only thing that can power it is 5G. Are you aware of that? They want to launch, series of satellites in outer space, and from there be able to monitor what's happening on Earth. Are you aware of that? Go and Google it. Go and check it now. After all, that's what we need. We'll have our phone for to Google, to go on Facebook, Instagram, Google. What else? All entertainment. That's what we do. Very few actually use it to do something meaningful. Go there and check, and you see it yourself. He will go and invest in this chain of satellites in outer space to be monitoring your life and my life, and they need 5G to do it. All of a sudden, they have found money. 5G now, the MTN now has money. I thought they said they're making a loss before. All of a sudden, they're now very rich. And Airtel, to be digging up everywhere to lay their pipes. They must be mad. They must be insane. This is Radio Biafra Live, and the time here now is, I think about 24 minutes. To the top of the hour. It should be 24 minutes to the top of the hour, wherever you are. It is to 9. Here, we are live and we are direct, and the whole world is listening. The whole world is listening. World Bank has chased away the zoo. And do you know the funniest thing? Nigeria is going all over the place begging for money. Do you know why it's begging for money? Because Fulani are in charge of petrol as well. Check anywhere the Fulanis are in charge. And I'm not being biased. I'm not trying to. I've said it before that Yarabda was a very good man. I want you to check everywhere you have Fulani at the helm. What is happening there? Collapse. And our people, they say that the 4 top, of course, the 5 top oil producing states are Akwa Ibom, Delta, Rivers, Bayelsa, and Abia State. And to an extent, Imo as well. That is a fact of life. The largest gas field in the whole of Africa is in Ohaji. If you do not know, I am telling you now. I have been there myself. I have seen it. But let me tell you what Fulani nepotism has done. That people no longer reason very, very well. Malam Shehu is the managing director of the refinery, NNPC. He is from the north. And when I mean, is that why I call north? Not the Sharia is from, let me say, Sharia north. Mohammed Abba is in Warri refinery. He's from Sharia north. Umar Ajia, MD, pipeline management, oil pipeline management, whatever they call it. He's another. He's Alamajli in the north. Balawunti is also CP and S. That one is in charge of Osman Yusuf. There are plenty. Ahmadu Katagum. Kalamu Abdullahi, Shuaibu Musa, Ibrahim Bama. This was why they wanted power. This is the only thing that Buhari was looking for. This, to place all their people in oil positions. That's all they want. Now I'm asking my fellow Biafrans in the south or southern part of Biafra. Now, who wants each other for oil? Can you see those? And let me read it again so you'll understand it very, very well. Can you see those now? Can you hear those? Can you hear their names, those who want you for your oil? Let me read it again. Oh, the Igbo man wants to take over. Igbo man wants to colonize you. I want to show you. So now you will know. Let me read their names again for you, please. These are the people that control the oil sector. That is why there is no money. They have stolen everything. They have stolen everything. Malami Shehu, Muhammad Abba, Umar Ajia, Bala Wunti, Usman Yusuf, Ahmadu Katagum, Kalamu Abdullahi, Shuaibu Musa, Ibrahim Barama, Farouk Ahmed, and of course, Petroleum Minister, which now is Abba Kyari that's handling it now that Buhari is no longer there. Petroleum Minister. Now, who is using who? Who wants who for their oil? Spelled O-Y-E-L. Who wants who now for their oil? I'm asking our people in the southern part of Biafra. Do you see how foolish we are? Have you seen how hopeless we are as a people and as a race? Very, very funny indeed, isn't it? Very, very funny. They have taken over everything. And they gave a few to Yoruba in fairness. Adewale Ladenegan is the MD of Kaduna. And all these MDs, none is working. This man will come out and say, oh, do you know me? I am the MD of Kaduna Refinery. I am the MD of Warri Refinery. I am the MD of One. And you ask him, please, Oga MD, are any of these refineries, are they working? No, but we're working very hard as a country. I'm asking you, you've been MD for 9 years of Warri Refinery. Is there any oil coming out, any refined products coming out of the refinery? The answer is no. But it's MD with your police escort. These are the people bringing you 5G network. These are the people bringing you death squad from China in the name of COVID-19 testing and doctors. That is the zoo for you. And I'm not going to talk about the oil blocks and who has what. But I just want to maybe Maka can find the clip and play it off where they are sharing their money sharing their money in the north. When I speak, they say I insult people. But those of them that parade themselves around as our so-called leaders are busy giving money to a directionless Fulani government to provide food to our people in the east. The money has been diverted to the north and being spent only on Almajiri. How stupid can these people be? Innocent that I used to respect gave the zoo 1 billion naira. Today he's on the newspaper asking for 3 billion to build respirators. And I'm thinking to myself, why don't you hold on to your 1 billion and then ask for 2 billion? He gave them 1 billion to be a good Nigerian, a detribalized Nigerian. Now he's asking for 3 billion. And you by Mekoff and all the rest of them raised to serve for Fulani interest in our land. They are not bothered about saving the lives of Orifite people, where Mekoff comes from. Where he wanted to kill Barrister Ejiofor. He called his friends from the zoo, police and the army, to go and kill IPOB family members that went for burial. He has given money, he said it's 12 billion to feed Almajiri in the north. But he will come to Orifite and be doing big man in Orifite. He will come to Orifite and be doing big man in Orifite. People are dying of hunger. He'll be doing big man in Orifite, whereas he's feeding Almajiri in the north. These are the people that some of you call your leaders. Very, very shameful indeed. Or have you seen the video of the customs people selling bags of rice at Presidential Road in Enugu? They seize bags of rice. Listen carefully. They seize bags of rice from Igbo traders. They say, oh, you imported it. I think it is not good quality rice. Listen carefully. Customs, oh. There is no seaport in Enugu, but customs are there. They seize your rice. You know what they're doing with the rice? They now go and call their Almajiri people. And they send the rice to them at 7,000 naira. It's happening. The video is there. Show the world. When I say they say you hate Nigeria, you insult them. You hate them. I hate Nigeria because of what they are doing to my people, and I will keep hating Nigeria until Biafra comes and beyond. I can't stand the place. I can't stand it. They're terrible, evil people. Customs at Presidential Road in Enugu. At Presidential Road in Enugu, they seize our rice. They seize rice from us and they give it to their people. They will donate money for COVID-19 to alleviate the pain and suffering of our people. They take it to the north and they feed their people with it. That is how messy the whole thing has become. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. And they lie. They mismanage and they lie. Fulani will always mismanage. Is it the presidency that are running very well? Is it the oil and gas sector that are running? What is it that they are doing that is good? I am asking people, what is that they are doing? Are they fighting corruption? And I asked them a simple question. They've not answered. All the money voted for Asoro Clinic, where is it since 2015? Where is it? Simple question they cannot answer. Now they have come up with school feeding program. Schools have closed though. Schools are no longer working. Oh, this is Fulani for you. This is Fulani government at its worst for you. Fulani government. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Sadiya Farouk, has said, listen, this is from a Nigerian minister. Please listen. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Sadiya Farouk, has said that the school feeding program will be implemented despite the closure of schools nationwide. Then you make of it whatever you like. This school feeding program will continue, not meaning that schools are closed. Are you sure these are they normal human beings? Are you sure that they're normal? Are you sure that these people are okay? These are the people saying, oh, presidency is ours. We will continue. Are you sure that as a group, as a collective, that Nigerians are normal? Are they normal? That is why we have IPOB, to expose them, that the world may know. Of course, the whole world is listening. This is, I mean, it is incredible. It's not the time for an Igbo man. Igbo man cannot rule now because of IPOB. This is from the same Fulani, the same Fulani who is today they're in charge of oil, of Asorok, they're in charge of the seaport, they're in charge of all the airports. Everywhere is them. Customs, they seize our rights and give to their people for free in most instances. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. We have lost our connection. We have lost our connection. I believe that we have lost our connection on Radio Biafra itself. We are now going to get that working once again. Our people there should not despair. They shouldn't at all. We are going back and we are reconnecting. We have lost transmission on that platform. We are reconnecting. They must try and bear with us. In a short while, we will be back and up and running once again, please. Those who have been kicked out of there by Facebook can go to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is my official page. But it is now coming up once again. And it has come up. It has come up, please. Those of you listening on Radio Biafra should be able to do so. You should be able to do so. It is now back on once again. You should be able to listen, please. I'm sorry about that. That very line went off. You should be able to listen. Now listen, please. Something is happening in Ondo Forest. I don't know if some of you know this. The Yoruba elite have failed to heed my warning. Instead, they have chosen to continue to partner with their conquerors. After all, they took Ilorin from them with the help of the subdued Hausa. What the Yoruba elite have failed to understand is that the Fulani has only one agenda: to Islamize and to take over. Not even Islam. What they want to do is to impose their impoverished understanding of the teachings of the prophets of Islam to advance their political goal. The stupidity, I would say, or should I say idiocy of Azikiwe and the rest of them that went before us are still at play today across the whole South. The Yoruba, in their thinking, feel that Fulani savages will spare them, But they have now seen what happened in the bush in Ondo to know that Fulani will be talking about Tinubu presidency. Oh, Tinubu as the president. Tinubu as the president. But deep down, they're taking over your land before your two eyes. Let me also warn once again that the Hausas made the same mistakes today that Yorubas are making, and some people are making also in the east, in the land of Biafra. Hausa made the same mistake. Go and read your history, and they lost Sokoto. The Hausa people lost Katsina. Northern Kaduna was also lost all the way to Adamawa. Even if you go to Adamawa now, they will tell you that all the federal appointments in Adamawa are going to the Fulanis. The Yoruba race made a mistake before in Ilorin, but they have not learned anything at all. You have not learned from the mistakes of your forefathers, the same way that we are struggling now to correct the mistake of our own forefathers as well. Nnamdi Azikiwe and all the rest. I'm not a forefather, of course, but one of the very heavyweights of our time from our place. We are seeking to correct some of his mistakes. Some of you in Yoruba land, you have not learned anything. This time around, Fulani will swallow you as a whole. They will not just take a portion of your land, they will take all of you. Continue to deceive yourselves with the promise of Tinubu presidency. Meanwhile, as you're partnering with them to exclude the East, your forests and your lands have been taken over. You have now been fixated on this 2023 Yoruba presidency and sharing the windfall from coronavirus with the Fulanis, because all the testing centers are over there. They are sharing the windfall. 10 billion to Lagos, 15 billion to Ondo. They are sharing it very well. They are good partners now. But as you're doing that, don't forget that something is happening. Something is happening that some of you do not know. And we must make you understand it tonight. Listen very carefully. A helicopter was sighted dropping weapons for headsmen in our bush, and police did nothing. This is according to an Ondo community. Ondo, a community in Ondo State. Residents of Ondo community in Arimo Jiga community in Ose local government area has alleged that they saw a helicopter dropping arms and ammunition for the headsmen inside the forest. But the police did nothing. After making a formal complaint, they went to the police to report police because they are all, is we now, the same Alamajri, the same Fulani, the same people killing, pillaging, and looting. Listen carefully. The residents said that 3 persons were killed in their farms during the week. This is Yoruba land that is doing one Nigeria. They don't know what it's. Whereas Fulani is, where is Amotekun? It's all in the Fulani have taken over their forest. The headsmen have killed 3 people in this community in just 1 week. They killed a rice farmer, Jacob Odushe, and the son, Adura, this week. They killed another boy, Victor Eje. The boy's corpse was found in the bush after a week that he was declared missing. The cuts on his body showed that he was killed by the bandits. Again, a few days ago, a helicopter was sighted in our community, and we later found out that the helicopter brought some arms and ammunition into the bush for the headsmen to continue the attack against us. This is happening in Ondo State. In Ondo State. The Yorubas, they think that in one Nigeria, they're having fun. Everybody is in one Nigeria. Let's enjoy gas and oil money from the East. Let's share coronavirus money. Is a deal. When they go in, they're just giggling amongst themselves. Let's cheat those Igbo people there. Let's cheat the East. But meanwhile, their forest is going. The same thing Afonja did many centuries ago is what these ones are doing now. They think they are doing. They think they're spiting us, of course. They are digging their own grave. That I can assure them. When it happens, of course they will know. When it happens, they will know. And the killing continues. Boko Haram is killing everywhere. Who is Boko Haram? Is the same Janjaweed government in power. They are one and the same. People are chasing away Boko Haram from Chad. But in the zoo, Boko Haram is waxing very strong every day. Nobody have said, oh, because of Boko Haram, no Fulani man, no Northerner should be the president. No. It's some unreformed, very filthy looking illiterate mouthing rubbish on the pages of zoo newspapers. I asked them, where is all the money they claim they recovered from Abacha loot? Can anybody tell us where it is? All the money they said came from Abacha loot. Where is it? Nobody can see it. But they gave you Boko Haram. Everywhere they are running, every parastatal that they are heading is absolutely in the doldrums at the moment as we speak. That is what you get. After running the country, both economically and politically, into the ground, those people from the Sahel in Agbada, They now go cap in hand to foreigners begging for handout. They beg China for everything. They beg the World Bank. They beg the EU. Now they've gone to an American, Elon Musk. Of course, you know him, the guy that owns Tesla cars, the electric cars. And they quickly and hastily deleted the tweet because they have no shame. But they said Dangote is a billionaire, African billionaire, the first African billionaire. You didn't go to Dangote, your own village billionaire. You went to America to go and look for their own billionaire. So your own billionaire doesn't bring out money. But the American billionaires, they will bring out money, yes. But your own billionaire will not bring out any money. Very, very sad indeed. That is what we are encountering every blessed day in the zoo. They keep bringing shame upon shame on themselves. Shame upon shame, you're begging somebody. Where is all the money they got from Abacha? The donation from individuals, all the audio money. They think we are like them. These are beggars. They keep disgracing themselves every blessed day. Where is Dangote's wealth? Elon Musk is a billionaire as well as Dangote, isn't it? They couldn't go to Dangote. They went to an infidel. Tomorrow they say it's an infidel. He Boko Haram. We don't want Western education. But you went to somebody that has Western education to go and beg for money for coronavirus. Thieves and criminals everywhere. Because the people who are meant to be signing away the money, they're no longer there. Who's Abakari? Which is Abakari, of course. He's no longer there. I'll get to that in a minute before we bring this program to a close. The time now is 5 minutes to the top of the hour, wherever you are. 5 minutes to 9 p.m. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we're exposing the zoo from top to bottom. We are not sparing them at all. Please listen to this. On the issue of 5G, it is important that we wait for science and various reviews to be carried out. But for now, no 5G, please. My candid advice to MTN and Airtel is to suspend all proposed 5G network cabling until the safety of this technology can be ascertained, please. I am warning MTN not to lay any single cable in Iguacha or Calabar for the time being, or Enugu for that matter, until the safety evaluation has been carried out on this very new technology and what it does to people. As I said earlier, far more organized and advanced societies are saying no to 5G for now until they assess the human and environmental impact. So some people are ignorantly, saying that the 5G network should continue. But of course, some African people. Maybe that was why the French doctors actually said that we should be used for experimentation. You should, as a human being in Africa, you should be concerned about the safety of your people. You should be concerned about the safety of your fellow human beings. You don't know what 5G looks like. You have a toy phone from China somewhere in the zoo, and you're saying, oh, let's have 5G. Are you aware of the effects of radiation on blood cells? You don't know, because we're not taught in school. Your school was on strike for the 4 years that you were meant to be there. You graduated, managed to buy a smartphone, you come, open a Facebook account, and you're writing rubbish. You're carrying a 4G laptop. You don't want 5G. Can you imagine how the reason? Hey, this G. Because 4G is safe. 5G is not. That is the truth. I'm not saying 5G shouldn't come, but there should be more study on the safety of such a technology, because it is actually weapons grade frequency that they're using. Try to develop some common sense, please, if you may. Please, if you may. Very, very important, please. They want their vaccines to be tested in Africa. That is, of course, not going to happen. None of us is going to submit to that rubbish. It will not happen. It can never, ever, ever, ever happen. It can never, ever happen. And on top of all of this, we are helping them very well. I told you that the zoo cannot survive. It will collapse. It will implode. I've told you that before. It will implode under this regime. This criminal, fraudulent regime, it will implode. Let me just say, this is from the zoo government themselves. The FG alleges. Presidency alleges, because there is no Buhari. Abakari ran away with Jubril. Yemi Osibanjo. Why can't people actually look for Yemi Osibanjo for goodness sake? Is he my brother or my uncle? Why can't Yoruba ask for your brother, please? Yoruba, ask, demand for your son. Why can't you people get up and ask questions, Yoruba? Ask for Yemi Osibanjo. He is your son. Ask for him. Ask for Yemi Osibanjo. He's your son, for goodness sake. Ask for him. International community expecting Nigeria to, of course, the zoo will collapse. I told you it will collapse. Do you know the work we have done? I forgot how those people from Upper Benue or Lower Benue River, those idiots. We have destroyed. They will tell you, ask them behind my back. They will tell you, see that IPOB, see that Nnamdi Kanu. He's terrible. Oh. And I'm not going engine. We have gone inside them and decimated complete. They are worth nothing before the world. We have dragged them through the mud. That is the potency of IPOB. In their next life, when you hear IPOB, you will ask ask your mom to not to give birth to you. This is from their mouth. If I say it every time he's talking, every time he's preaching. This when is this your Biafra coming? I can ask them, when do you expect regular power supply? For 60 years. But he wants to know when Biafra is coming. This is somebody for 60 years of the existence of the zoo, they have not had light or pipe-borne water on a consistent basis. None. He's asking you, but this is your Biafra, when is it coming? This UG black people. International community is expecting Nigeria to collapse, and it will collapse. It will collapse. Because look at the fresh bobo, they say is Muhammad Buhari. Look at him. Look at his hands. Look, because there you cannot put no cast. Look at his hands. Like the hands of Nnameka one. Look at the back of his hand. Look at it. This family additional posted. He's now going. Watch the president washing his hands, and I couldn't stop laughing. I looked at the video, and I said, when somebody's washing their hands, don't they show us their palm? They're afraid to show us his palm because that one they cannot do anything about it. You cannot wear a mask over it. That's why they're hiding it. You see what we have done to them? No more live. As I told him before, I told Jubril, you cannot do a live press interview. It's impossible. Go to my broadcast, you will hear it. You will hear me say it. I told, after dealing with Jubril, after dealing with this cabal in Asorok, the person you call your president cannot come outside anymore. And is it not happening? Is it not happening? I'm asking you. Is it not happening? We have destroyed them and they know it. Come outside and address the people. If you claim you are Buhari, come outside and give a press interview. If you claim the person in Asorok is Buhari, come out and do a live interview. Kalagini will destroy you completely. We are on. Let me tell you, Abba Kyari was dying. Now let me come to the crux of our program this evening. Abba Kyari was dying from coronavirus. Yemi Osibanjo was incapacitated from coronavirus. Listen very carefully. Yemi Osibanjo is very sick. Listen. Abba Kyari, when they were packaging him to take him out, he said, oh, bring me Jubril. They gave him Jubril. And they said, oh, bring his things. They brought his face mask. But they forgot that the one that will cover the whole of his body. So when the heat was on, after my program, the Imam of Peace destroyed the zoo on Twitter, and Ambassador Campbell, John Campbell, wrote his piece. They said we must please do a broadcast. They forgot they did not bring the mask that would have covered his neck. They brought the one they practiced with. The one he was wearing there is the practice mask because it takes a long time to put it on. I posted a video clip to demonstrate how hard it is to put it on this facial mask that they have. Do you know what happened? In their hurry, Abba Kyari was now on life support, is now on life support machine, receiving oxygen through the mouth. Nobody to tell them what to do. And Femi Adesina was in Abuja. Femi Adesina was in Abuja, telling them, please hurry up, time is going, hurry up, we need it. They hurriedly dressed up Jubril. The idiot that dressed up Jubril forgot that the hole on the neck was not covered. You see how they messed themselves up? And that was, they were giving, he was talking, he doesn't want to look forward. The camera did not move to the right or to the left. It was just there fixed on him from afar. The only time that he raised his head up, that was over for them. You can see the hole. The hole was made, it's from the letter, from the mask. What he's wearing is the neck one. The shoulder bit was missing. They forgot it in Abuja. And by the time they said no more flight, most countries closed their airspace. So they couldn't resupply them with new facial masks. That's how Jubril finished himself. The neck is open. And I'm asking, this night I want to ask CNN, all the Yoruba correspondents for CNN, for Bloomberg, for CNBC, for ABC, for AP, for Reuters, for the Zoo Papers and Channels Television. Only one question. I don't want too many questions. Is it Buhari? Is it not Buhari? No. Only one question. I want anywhere you see Alamajiri on Facebook, ask him that question. What is that hole doing on the neck of your so-called president? What does he do with the hole on his neck? Is it where they are feeding him from? Or is it where... What does he do with it? Is it where he's breathing from? Because he looks like an extraterrestrial animal. He looks like something you see in a Hammer House of Horror movie. He looks like something you see from Stephen King, or you read about in a Stephen King novel. That hole on the neck, what is that? And on that hole, the zoo collapsed. That they're going to hide it now. Every IP, I am warning every coordinator everywhere in the world. I know we are hiding and running from coronavirus. You must all open Twitter accounts. During my next broadcast on Wednesday, not minding that the world is going through corona. When they finish, they will see it. We are going to bombard the whole world with the picture of Jubril wearing the mask of Buhari. All over the world. I said everywhere. Zoo is finished. So I know for certain that Buhari can never come back. Buhari is in a grave in Saudi Arabia, can never come back forever and ever. How they'll be wondering now, hey, this Nyamni, look at what he's doing to us. I said I would destroy the zoo. Not me, of course. Please, Elohim, forgive me. God will destroy the zoo. Do I have any powers? I have no powers, of course. Everything I do by the grace of Almighty God in heaven. I have no powers whatsoever. Please, God, forgive me. I have no powers whatsoever. I am only a servant of the Most High. God told me that I will destroy the zoo. Is it not happening before your eyes now? Let me tell you the potency, the spiritual potency of IPOB. I want the world to understand how powerful God is in heaven and using IPOB in equal manner. Nigeria has no president. Nigeria has no vice president. My prayer is that Osibanjo is alive because they infected him willfully. Osibanjo was infected by force in Asorok. Infected by force. They'll be shocked how I know this. They'll be shocked. Osibanjo was infected by force. By force. By force. And I keep asking, please, Paya Debanjo, Yoruba, ask after your son, ask after your brother. They don't want to ask because they know the game is up. The zoo is finished. No president, no vice. They brought in a poster boy. One day he's in the bedroom. The next one he's in a nightclub. They show a picture of a nightclub. He's in a tiny wash hand basin. They think they're fooling themselves. Bring out your... If you claim you're Democrats in Nigeria, Shoyinka, all of them that claim they're Democrats, we are Democrats. Bring your PVC. I want them to demand for their democratically elected so-called president to address them. He cannot... if you come out, I'll eat him alive. If he steps outside to address him, I will destroy you. That thing, in fact, it can't be Jubril, because Jubril is still in Cuba. Jubril cannot come. That toy boy for Aisha, they put in Asorok. That toy boy for Aisha, they put in Asorok. I will decimate Nigeria. Let them try. If that they said he's the president, come out now and address the people. New York State Governor addresses the world every blessed day. Every other head of state, every municipal leader, everywhere in the world affected by COVID-19, they come out to address the people. I am giving a challenge to Asorok. Bring out that thing you have there, you claim is Buhari. Bring him out. And the world will laugh at you. That is why they are running. That is why they are hiding. And that is why IPOB have sunk them. I told them, you come to Afarukwa, you're shooting your gun. You can, yeah. I said, I will. You see on this on Radio Biafra, we've not marched yet on the ground. From here, by the grace of God, you will be destroyed completely. So that any day our army marches is over for you. It's finished. You're finished anyway. You're finished. I warned you, and you thought we were joking. We're going to crush them. He sent where is Buratai? Buratai has coronavirus infection. Bring him out. You cannot bring him out. Can you? Go and let me tell Nigerians, you people, your money, you don't have, you're begging World Bank for money because all your money is going into the production of facial masks. They're making facial masks now for Abakari. They'll make one for Buratai. They'll make one for Sibajo. You will keep spending money on face mask. You will keep spending, not the one we wear. Facial mask that to look like somebody else. Keep spending money on facial masks. You are finished. You are finished. The zoo is sunk beyond trace. I will destroy Nigeria by the grace of... It's gone, completely gone. And I've not fired one shot, not one bullet. Just simple truth. You people are sinking everywhere. What is the question? Every IPOB media activist, wherever you see an Alamajiri online or anybody answering a useless Biafran name, talking rubbish, we know it's Alamajiri, it's Loreto Nochi's gang, the Yahoo boys, they are gang. Because these days when they arrest a Yahoo boy, they take them to EFCC, they recruit them to the back door to go and be working for them as an E-rat. That's what they do. You see them? Brother Kanu, we have heard this thing before. Can you stop? Oh, give us Biafra now. We are tired. As if we are stupid. This IPOB has been trained from day one to resist such rubbish. We can see inside you. In your country, you have been trying to get electricity for 60 days. You didn't succeed. Our time has come. There is no president. And I'm making a direct allegation so that the world can hear. Nigeria has no president and no vice. President is dead, buried in Saudi Arabia. They recruited a boy from the city of Khartoum. He is now in Cuba with Abakari. Abakari is on a life support machine. I know that very well. They don't have his mask. They don't have the real mask they use. They hurriedly put one together. There was a hole appeared in his neck. Ask them. I have been asking Femi Adesina, what is this hole doing on the neck of this man? He says, he cannot explain. I have asked every zoo animal I've come across, of course, animal, I've come across, what is this hole on the neck? They cannot explain. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, he'll be there. Oh, Baba will defeat his enemies. He cannot defeat me because he's in a grave in Saudi Arabia. He's gone already. They said, oh, but your parents are dead too. I said, yes, my parents are dead. I was with them in Germany before I lost my mom. My father went home because as a king, he cannot die outside. You don't know that? He went home to go and be in his compound and die in his house. That's how it is done. And I buried my parents and I saw them. But it's something that Aisha can never, ever comprehend. That's why she's going mad sometimes. Sometimes she does and she will go mad. Buhari is in Saudi Arabia. My father is buried in the land of his ancestors, in my father's compound, in the compound of his father, and in the compound of his great-grandfather, and so shall it be forever and ever. Where is Buhari in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia? Because of the greed of men, because of the greed of men, power, they need to hold on to NMPC, they need to hold on to proceeds from oil and gas. That is why Fran is in power. And do you see how God works for IPOB? I praise Elohim. Do you know what is happening? Do you know that Burata planned a coup? Do you know he planned a coup? Now he has got coronavirus. He planned a coup to take over power. Now he's down with coronavirus. If we survive it, I don't have any idea. He has a snake farm where he farms snake. Maybe he'll be drinking some of the blood of the snake, as some of his Chinese friends does. Ask them, you claim you're a Nigerian? Anywhere you see a Nigerian, bring out the picture with the hole on the neck and ask them to watch the video. You will see the hole on the neck. What is that hole doing there? If that is Buhari, is he eating from the hole in his neck? That is what they don't understand. That we are more intelligent than them. I am Nnamdi Kanu. When you hear that name in your next life, you will die 10 times over. The zoo will fall. The zoo will fall. I called Nigeria a zoo for a reason. Are they not behaving like a zoo? Are they not, let us be honest, are they not behaving like a zoo? I'm asking you. Are they not wild beasts in the forest? They are playing with people who are greater than them. That is why they will come. That is why they will come and be killing innocent people. And you're saying you're a Nigerian. They go to Warri and they kill people. And I said to people from Warri, I told you, I warned you. I said I went to Warri Market. The same way they were dressing is how the dress I told you, I told you with my village. The same dressing the women. And I said, but you said you're, oh no, we are different. We are South. When the Awasa boy came to kill you, did he care if you are from South? They were speaking Hausa. Go and play. I'm not going to play the video again. Go and listen to the video. They were speaking Hausa language. They're Fulani, of course. Janjaweed. Armed bandits and terrorists. In army uniform. They came to Warri to kill you. The same people, your brothers are begging you, come into Biafra. We can save our lives. We can save everybody. You said, no, I'm a Nigerian. I'm from South. You want our oil. They have come. They have killed. They have pillaged as usual, and they are gone. They've issued a statement. Oh, those soldiers involved, they've been arrested now. They're in Ojo cantonment. Were you there? Did you see them get arrested? Did you see them get arrested? Oh, it's not the end of it. Oh, Buhari's government. Where is the Buhari? Which Buhari? Is it the Buhari with the broad nose you're talking about? The Buhari with the normal ear? Which Buhari are you talking about? Which version? Because there are so many versions, so many face masks everywhere. Which version are you talking about? They cannot tell you. They can never tell you. Because they are deceiving themselves. They are zoo creatures. And they are deceiving themselves. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed, I say. They were writing on Facebook, oh, he's a beast. How can he came and said, I will rape your mothers and I will rape your wives. I will rape your sisters skin to skin. I will give them HIV. In fact, let me play it so that children around the world can ask their parents, mommy, who is saying that? So they can say he's a Nigerian soldier. Before I didn't want to play it, I'll play it now. So the world can know what a Nigerian soldier sounds like. The world needs to know what a Nigerian soldier, the way they are. The world has to know the way they are, a Nigerian soldier. I will play the first one, which is Awusa, so that our people in the so-called South, Niger Delta, we are from the Niger Delta, so you will hear with your ears your stupidity, your foolishness. You only have one choice. We come together as the entire East and be one people and survive or we perish. Let me play it for you for the world to hear how Nigerian soldiers behave. The one that giving money to go and fight Boko Haram. They did not fight Boko Haram in the north. They came down to the south to be killing innocent people. And you can... Listen. Let's go there. Allah. They're calling God. Allah. Let's go there. They must see us today. Nigerian soldiers. The world is listening to it. These are Nigerian soldiers. These are the trained our soldiers. Let me catch any boy or girl again post rubbish Nigerian military photo anywhere. You will suffer. Idiots who have no brain. This is Nigerian soldiers. They're not fighting Boko Haram. They say, Muja, let's go and kill civilians. They are preparing not to go into battle with Boko Haram Yet Yala, the Fulani headsmen, the bandits, not to go to war with ISIS in West Africa. This Mujah, let's go to war, is against unarmed civilians who are starving in their homes. That is the Nigerian army for you, that the world is giving money to. We are supporting Nigerian army in their effort. We are supporting them. You people are supporting them because they're killing ordinary people. You support Nigeria because you want them to. What coronavirus cannot do, what you did not achieve with Ebola, you want Nigerian army to do it for you. And that's what they're doing. That is why they're killing. Let me now play the number one. I know people will say, oh, my child was upset. This thing that Nnamdi Kanu did. I want your child to ask you, mommy or daddy, are those Nigerian soldiers? And I want you to answer that child tonight. Let me play it for you so you hear.
What do people? They don't buy job. Una kiss your mother. I will make sure I fuck your mother skin to skin. That condom. I will fuck her skin to skin, no condom. I will make sure she carry HIV. Your daughters will carry
Nigerian soldiers spreading HIV.
Will carry HIV. You get mine, ba? You kiss soldier, ba? That will burn you. That will burn car. That will burn.
Nigerian soldiers. We will rape your mothers. We will give them HIV from Nigeria. So why won't the French come to experiment on you? Tell me why the French will not come to carry out experiment on you. Just, can you explain that to me? Can you explain that to me? Ubanka, Nigerian soldiers saying they will go into a peaceful community and rape the women and give them HIV. Nigerian soldiers. And the world is saying, oh, we are partnering with... And when next they talk that rubbish, we are partnering with them to fight. I'll ask them, are you also a rapist? I will ask any American soldier is saying, oh, we are partnering with Nigerian military to come back. Because I'll ask them, do you rape people in America where you come from? Do you go and rape women skin to skin without condom, as he said, and give them HIV? That is the zoo for you. That's why I call Nigeria a zoo. They say he doesn't have respect. I say Zuzuru Mechiano, respect. Which animal should I respect? That's why the French, they want to come and experiment on you. Because you're dumb and very foolish. Until we change. Until we change. Until we change. I want those who are in Asorok to answer my question. I want to assure all those scammers and fraudsters in Asorok, the photoshopping experts, the forgers, they are the ones that call other people fraudsters, but we are looking at them. You manipulate videos. I'm asking you tonight on behalf of IPOB and God in heaven. Admit your crime before the world. We are not like anything you have seen before. All those Yahoo boys that EFCC is releasing to Loreto Onochie to groom them to be attacking IPOB online, you're wasting your time. We started a long time ago, way before you even discovered Yahoo as a means of livelihood. All the allegations against Jubril al-Sudani is real. Buhari is no longer alive. That is why he cannot speak. Some of you saw the Chadian president who went to the front line. That is the way the old Buhari will behave. If something happens, Buhari, anybody that knows Buhari before will know that Buhari will get up, even as a skeleton, and he will say, take me to the front line. I want to see what is happening. This one is now using toothpick. He will cross his legs. He'll be watching Champions League with toothpick in his mouth. A small boy from Sudan, having fun. I don't want to think of what he's doing to Aisha at night. Only God knows. It's between them and their Allah. I don't know what. I don't want to pry into private business. That is their business. But you can see the boy is very fresh. He's very happy all the time. He's very happy. I don't know whatever he's doing to Aisha is their business. I have no idea. But something is going on. And very soon that will be revealed as well. He is there with toothpick. Over toothpick. Champions League. He's watching Champions League. A boy of 45 years old with a mask of an old man. Very sad indeed. Very, very sad. Everything we have said about Abba Kyari is true. Is Abba Kyari not running? When I told you before that Abba Kyari is the one running Nigeria, he's the gateway to the president, I said he's a political appointee. If should anything happen to Buhari, as it has happened to him, they should not have brought You give the power to Osibajo. Something, say coronavirus takes Osibajo, oh, God forbid. Say he goes with coronavirus. The power now comes to the president of the Senate. That is how democracies behave. That is how human beings behave. You don't go about fabricating plastic surgery, face mask. What for? What for? I'm asking. What for? Everybody loved Yaradua. People loved, apart from the fact that Murtala Muhammad was a murderer during the war, his administration was good, a little bit. When Murtala Muhammad was killed, people actually mourned all over Africa. Because people saw that he was the first, Murtala Muhammad was the first man to stand up to condemn apartheid and to say to South Africa, if you don't stop apartheid, we'll send troops to South Africa, send troops to South Africa. He said it at an OAU meeting. Some of you don't know history because you don't go to school. Once they hurry you up and go through orientation camp of NYSC, as you're coming out, that's your money they give you. I don't know what they call it, alawi or whatever. You use it to buy technophone as you're coming out. The first thing you do is to open Facebook and Instagram. That your life is over. Do you study? Do you read? Of course not. Do you know who is Murtala Muhammad? Do you know who is Murtala Muhammad and what he did? He's from the north. Do you know him? No, you don't. You don't. You know Davido, you know musicians and the latest gossip in town. Both those that know the technology of 5G and those who don't, they're offering opinion. My goodness. My goodness. I have all the places where they make their masks all over the world. For those who may begin to doubt me, I am releasing some links tonight and tomorrow of where they make their, if you want any mask you want, they make for you. If you want to look like Nnamdi Kanu, they will mold the mask for you and you look like me. People say, oh, why don't you just go and do it and not tell people? I say, no. When I push you, I tell you where to fall. I believe in full disclosure. I tell you what I'm going to do before you do it. So you will do everything you can to stop me, but you will fail. I know what I'm doing. Once they know we have cornered them, they will always make mistake. Trust me, they will Photoshop. That's all they do. They Photoshop. They manipulate videos. Now I'm telling them, you have a president in coronavirus. They are importing people from China. Why can't he address you? Say, my people or fellow citizens, we are bringing people in from China. Why should they come from Femi Adesina? Ordinary media aid. He's telling you, oh, presidency said, federal government said. Is that how to run a presidential system of government? And you're telling me people are educated? You're telling me you went to school? You're telling me you have PhD? And you don't even know how a common presidential system is supposed to work? You don't know? Hey! Oh, no wonder the French and the Chinese are coming to reduce our population. Maybe our stupidity is becoming too much. They want to reduce it a little bit. They want to reduce it. They want to. My challenge to all Yoruba media practitioners is to kindly, please, ask for where Osibajo is. And secondly, to ask Femi Adesina. Yoruba, please. Maybe if I ask him, he will not respond to me. Yoruba media, journalists in Yoruba land, please, all of you. Femi Adesina is your brother and a colleague. Please ask him a simple question on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB worldwide. We just want to know, what is that hole doing on the neck of the person that said is Buhari? What does he do with the hole in his neck? It's a simple question. Because every prominent diplomat in the world, that Elon Musk, they're asking to borrow them money. By Wednesday, by this time on Wednesday, he will receive the picture of the president asking him for money. And I'll ask Elon Musk to please cover the hole in his neck first. Maybe that tube they're planning to buy, check and see if it will fit he has a hole in the neck already. As if he's waiting for coronavirus to strike him, so they'll just put the tube inside and he'll start breathing from there. Is that what they're waiting for? Okay, oh, I understand. They will say he has the hole there because they're waiting for him to catch coronavirus so that when they're putting the tube for him to breathe in his lungs, it will be far more easier for them. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. We are decimating the zoo. Go and check the hole on the neck, in the neck. Who made the hole and for what purpose? Is he an alien? Is the man broadcasting you claim is your president, is he an alien, I'm asking, that breathes from the neck? We have them where we want them, and we can't. They think we can let go. They can't write all the rubbish they like. Something you need to know about this mask. These masks are made by people taking photos of your face from all angles and molding a 3D, a three-dimensional copy on a vinyl chloride resin, on some kind of rubber, some kind of plastic. Do you know what the white people said? They said the method is so detailed that even the blood vessels and iris details are copied accurately onto the mask. So they'll confuse you. I want to get one from Daily Mail across their stories, but I want to get you one from Head Topics. Very, very important. Go to the website, is called Head Topics. Head is H-E-A-D, Topics. T-O-P-I-C-S. Head Topics, all one word. Headtopics.com. You type in hyper realistic masks. Hyper realistic masks, you will see it there. They are so convincing that they asked white people. 1 in 5 people were fooled. These are people who advanced. They saw a facial mask and they thought it was that very person, not knowing it's somebody else wearing it. These are whites. 1 in 5 of white people were fooled. Talk less of in Africa. you fool 100%. That is what they have used. That is what they are doing. That is what they will continue to do, because the zoo has fallen. The zoo has collapsed, and we do not pity them. We are not going to pity them. Anybody that wants to know how facial masks are made, I posted it on my page. Go there, you will see it. Scientists are claiming that these silicone masks are so convincing that 1 in 5 people cannot tell if it is a human being or not. That is how real it is. That is what they're using in Asorok. That is why the boy, they have what? Jubril is in Cuba with fetching water for Abakiari. And they recruited him. They have another one, another specimen. That's what I call them. A specimen is in Asorok. Wearing the same mask. He'll come at you, wave at you, ask him to talk, he'll never talk. Here is Mr. President, relaxing with some dignitaries. That's all you can see, because they are using hyper-realistic silicone masks. That's what they're using. That's what they're using. You can look like anybody you want to look like. That's what they're using in Nigeria to run the government and making the lives of the people a living hell. That is what IPOB wants to bring to an end. That is why we preach the truth. That is why we do what we do. That is why Elohim is with us. That is why the zoo will fall. And that is why Biafra will come. I will release the links later on so you can read and see what Nigeria has turned into, courtesy of Fulani desperation for power. And they are planning a coup. The soldiers may not want me to say it, but I know that's what they are planning. I know they're planning a coup. They want to take over power. The idiot will eat his own money and then will tell you later on, let's try and have election. No. In fact, it's even what we want. Take over power, you see what will happen to you. Try it. The zoo is collapsing. Nothing can stop it. For them to conceal the death of Buhari and go to Sudan to bring in an impostor, mold mask. The people are writing rubbish and you ask them, tell me what this hole is doing on his neck. They cannot tell you. That was the beginning of the end of the zoo. With that, we bring our program to a close this very evening. And as always, you will keep safe wherever you are. Biafra is our religion. Here on radio, Biafra is where we worship. Because Elohim in heaven, is our God. From me, from here, it is good evening.